the gateway to the West, in a city along the banks of the mighty Mississippi, and also the NHL, which is sold out at home tonight. Well, in many ways, I feel responsible for this, but my heading into the ring tonight in action, world champion. He's looking for retribution and revenge. The 7-time world championship here live tonight. And this is the hometown team world title at Backlash.
You don't mean anything, Bill Champ.
Talking back, talking
out of nowhere!
To put down.
Not the one who tapped out.
Running just for me.
I'm going to grab you, but Cole, you got a problem with me.
I'm opposing all of these people. You pray for peace and they give you war.
Matter.
We light them up, electrify.
I'm on gas, no brakes, with
destruction. Backlash.
You're gonna be
Right.
Morgan presents.
Sold out Enterprise Center in downtown 1,155 Backlash.
The following is a fatal United States introducing the challengers. First, 240 pounds.
Oh, Backlash tonight, a fatal four-way. Hello again, everybody. Friday Night SmackDown, our normal partner, Pat Macaron. But what a way to kick off the night for the U.S.
Yeah, championship on the line. Packstar, L.A. Knight, yeah.
Show, L.A. Knight, 25. More wins than just a...
McIntyre!
Championship since WrestleMania, the night he won the World Heavyweight title, being cashed in on by one of the men in this have been the longest match.
He's on Drew McIntyre. That grimace on the face tells its story. Matchup this evening instead of a contenders match on SmackDown. A opponent's pay this evening. Of course, McIntyre way more to the jaw of the champ. Jay Gold tonight for McIntyre. I know Drew McIntyre, a grand slam.
Weighing in at 203!
United States champion with years ago in Puerto Rico. Most incredible matchups we've seen in this Backlash here tonight.
After losing the Sin City Street tonight, Drew McIntyre.
And tonight, Backlash is brought for delivery tonight.
Weighing in at 2 United States when Werewolf Shaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States, since his arrival here in WWE, doesn't have to be pinned or be submitted. This man, again, pinfall or submission becomes
So this becoming a fatal four-way as LA Knight, Damian Priest is that much easier in that they don't pin him.
Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania in an incredible match. Scowl on his face as he United States Championship. Held this title over the years, of course, the very first. Knows very well. The late, great Harley for many men on the current. So Wade, strategy tonight for these men in the...
Avoid Jacob Fatu. Try and stay out of this cold, violent...
Split off to start this match, Fatu and LA Knight. We talked a lot on the Countdown show with 14-month rivalry with each other.
In the ring and leaving the
ring.
Priest and LA, they started throwing fists.
And LA Knight now. Oh, and there's that sling. Whipper. Oh, and look at two driven focused here in the early going tonight. LA Knight now. Oh, DDT.
And an absolute catch.
Fatu going for the Samoan drop, but again, LA Knight out by Fatu.
It's been a 2-minute highlight reel over anticipating this kind of pace.
And now Damien. Remember, Knight was embarrassed at the weight stage. Oh, and a big elbow drops Fatu.
So far in a match.
It's every man for himself. When it's like I said,
Oh my God.
What a throw by McIntyre.
Powerhouse.
And Priest planted off respected. Neckbreaker.
He kept up for long, not with the
Jacob Fatu, and after a trio of neckbreakers, sends him into a kip-up. That's a 200
number.
Looking for a Claymore, and he's intercepted 24 hours later.
Well, we've seen time and time again. Always a fresh opponent lurking.
By Priest. So agile for a big man and a hurricane.
Moves like that.
And Priest.
Awful Puerto Rican.
And now Damian Priest takes that fight. Turns his attention again to the champion. On the top ropes against McIntyre at WrestleMania. And now a big blow.
Zero momentum so far, closing in on victory.
Facade of invincibility.
Smart little focus there, realizing
Damian Priest to now.
he's not breathing.
Look at this now, Fatu. Samoa drop out of the... Since WrestleMania has increased his cardio. I have no interest in being anywhere near this man. Here's a man who, and I've told this story, mattress. Said, I'm never going back there again. I'm a process. I'm going to use that killer instinct that I learned in me.
Oh God, we got two alpha males.
No back.
All gas, no brakes. Does a McIntyre.
Tyre exchanging blows. Now it's McIntyre's by Drew, and a big pop-up.
That's what he said. This is big. You know what I mean.
Oh, got it. Oh, into the corner.
Not the kind of guy I want to air on in awe at the power.
I mean, this when I spoke with him earlier.
Going to stay a distance in double quick time.
Incredible athlete for his size and the quickness.
Than anyone else in this matchup yet. Now,
Too much time there, and McIntyre right to the eye in a fatal four-way match.
you said, do what you got to do to get it done.
Stops away at the midsection of McIntyre. Feel that. LA Knight into the corner. Oh, time to go to work on the champ.
Tied up this victory here.
And look at the core strength of McIntyre tonight. And Jacob Fatu.
Incredible pivot from
And now a
Jacob.
suicide toss him on their feet in St. Louis.
Closing another kill.
Swap. And LA Knight. South to heaven. Claymore by
The Newt's been
Priest is able to steal it.
Oh God, talking about falling on his own sword there.
With the swan time, but that wasn't it, Wade.
Do not celebrate BFT for them. But then McIntyre.
For the prestigious United States champion. Us in St. Louis.
Places your opponents won't. Medical intervention when this one is over.
Jiving. And now, oh! Future shot, DDT! Pulls out to the apron. LA Knight able to countering. And now McIntyre, aftershock again.
These competitors are absorbing tightly.
Claymore! And Priest Pummer do anything, no disqualification. And one out of a championship.
Perfect. Priest just haunting the career of
With this personal animosity, lost McIntyre a title again.
into the hands of Jacob Fatu and Patel.
Because he's just delivering headbutt. Fatu, Knight into the cover to retain.
So smart of them.
Meanwhile, the fight between McIntyre and WWE fans here. McIntyre now talking trash to the camera.
Will you focus on one another and not think
And Priest up. They're all stored, those massive.
this position?
And now up top,
There's a long old drop goal.
Priest now.
Breaking the arm.
The disdain between the McIntyre and South of Heaven.
Kamikaze. South of heaven.
Down. Priest is down. Watch this impact wave.
Oh my God, it's closing through a table. What is their level of hatred for one another?
Affect these two men in this match, and apparently it happened.
Here, that may have been an error for his eyes. The mist still in the air as these two men are in great danger.
Matchup ends only with pinfall or submission. Sends the champ Fatu into the ring post.
Oh God, at this point, this is a one-up.
The hood of the announce table crashing into our lap. Two Fatu here.
Well, the referee's completely going on. Match continues.
Right. And look who's here. And maybe Championship.
This game, and LA Knight just knew that it's...
Look out! And, oh my God, Wade! Jeff Cobb! To the post!
apparently doing...
LA Knight completely. What hit him? Or who? He just crushed Knight's spine against the ring. Fatu now. He looks as confused as we are. Continue. The assault. Fatu looks as perplexed.
Look here. Fatu.
And Fatu retains.
Champion, Fatu.
Now Fatu retains. Jacob Fatu wanted any kick.
Jacob for the United States Championship on SmackDown. He said, I'm out of show. This man is newest.
You walked in.
But now that I use the Old Spice cracking doors, I get it. Grandpa knows a good smell. Now I'm the Old Spice guy.
From Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, champions. Here, for the first time, tickets available soon on WeBook.
WWE has announced that Night of Champions will be held 28th. Friday Night SmackDown will be held in Saudi Arabia's capital in the upcoming week. And tonight, WWE's injury law firm, Injured, ready as we get WWE's guests. Our main event tonight versus Randy Orton. At 23, they meet in WWE. Kyria looks to claim redemption, finally strike back at the ship. Up next. The women's tag team titles yesterday.
Looks like you got about 24 hours.
The fans have become great friends over the last couple of years.
To be here, it's really quite amazing.
What happened to Bailey? Larry was given 24.
And dream come true. I feel like a massive.
Liv and Raquel take. Four-time champs. Very disappointed Becky Lynch. Raw after WrestleMania to go.
What's Becky Lynch doing?
To a woman who endured.
Man is back in business, so let's get Des tragically taken out of her wrestle. The friend of my enemy brings me to Lyra. For me, I had high hopes for Lyra, who I've been fighting for the last 6.
For me, do you know you? I didn't buy any of it, but at least see it now. One-on-one, when I beat you, and
She doesn't have a dream that isn't for me.
backlash.
Matter like I made you matter. You matter how good you think you are.
I'm interested in being the next Becky Lynch. Better person than you, and I already.
One ball is for championship from Dublin, Ireland. Becky!
Only a year since Becky Lynch has been in a match to Liv Morgan at the Mania, and then the night that she turned on. She really hasn't had this match in a year.
Ready? She's blind. Class is perfect.
Becky Lynch. In this wide 5G coverage, you can stress less. A 7-time World Tag Team Champ, former NXT.
One more in the form of the women's Intercontinental. Don't.
And her, she is the champion, Lyra.
She won a 12-person champion back in January. Very days. Attacked Bailey, who was supposed to team with Lyra. Becky and Lyra would go on to win the W. Idolized Becky Lynch, who was a pro to losing the Tag Team Championship match.
Won the tag championships at WrestleMania. Lyra Valkyria, biggest names in the industry.
Matchup after attacking Bailey, Lynch. Lyra does own a victory over Becky. Would beat Becky Lynch to take the NXT.
That was a fluke victory if you check. Quick pin out of nowhere from Becky.
And if Lyra beats Becky tonight, are you going to call that a fluke? Referee Jessica Carr going to have Sports Illustrated being an idol. Now Becky has become jealous.
Do not agree with that perspective of Becky Lynch when we formerly idolized Becky Lynch. And
nice leapfrog arm drag takedown into the deep arm drag by Becky. Becky Lynch no longer cares on.
That was about a little bit of gratitude giving Lyra Valkyria the exact and champion. Thank you, Akira.
Learned a lot from Becky. On herself, and look at this, turning things around.
Even worse for Becky Lynch.
Title on the line. Give up here.
This move is dominance in the early goings.
By Lyra here, slow pace.
Smack in the process. I'm not going to argue that.
And Becky in trouble again. Will she? Lyra Valkyria is coming to work.
It's not the Lyra Valkyria of Civic shown growth in the mindset of
one of the all-time greats. Shoulders are down.
Far from Becky Lynch was not expected.
Oh, look at this.
Becky Lynch on the back foot.
Becky Lynch has brought this out of Lyra. Much more confident, much more vocal. The fans are behind her. And Valkyria now.
With method to the madness of the full momentum.
She's getting it here tonight at Backlash. Lyra Valkyria in her future. No too much time heading up to the top open now.
A top-level star in this industry. Climb to the top in this game. Nobody can carpet the people like Lyra Valkyria.
It's the Intercontinental title again. She's been become the second ever Intercontinental Champion because Lyra's got the champ's advantage. And Becky in a kick out at 2.
And it's one thing coming out of the block, champion caliber endurance, that Becky Lynch has taken the sting out of the
trolling Lyra. Big slap across, pushing dominance.
Plus the clear weakness. Move hold for hold, athleticism for athletic. Becky Lynch is concrete. To Lyra Valkyria, and that in this game
through. Nobody home for Beck. And there's the exploder. Shoulders down. The fact that it takes a long time, months, it takes years to get to that.
Certainly already there these past few weeks. It's been now you have to back that up in ring very best. It's a tall order.
Well, and he's very vocal.
Being taken out of that matchup and justify entire career thanks to Becky Lynch taking it.
And Becky screams front row here at ringside.
Certainly add insult to her and taking away a championship.
For the tight mind game by the veteran.
Exactly the level. Lyra Valkyria, like the man Becky Lynch. Bruised and bloody.
Game, right? Bruised and bloody. The main. A very defiant Lyra Valkyria. The blows from Becky.
Yeah, the audacity.
Lyra. Down goes
Lyra Val from Lynch. Managing to
championship. There's been only one. Title for over 100 days. And Lyra now with a clothesline. Starting to build it as of late.
This is the figuring it out as you go along.
Turned into the Insiguri, fouls it up there, almost pleading with our official. Just
effort there from Lyra Valkyria. She's simply Becky Lynch, and that's signs of
1,150 fight for Backlash. And States Championship. Just a few more. Or will Becky Lynch win the gold? Good battle, and I'm impressed with the way that Lyra's going to
position the challenge.
Robe in trouble. What a silver point!
Rounded physically, Lyra Valkyria there, connecting flush on a kick out at just about.
Pretty weak fans. Up. Becky. Becky turns it around. Becky. Down goes Valkyria. Almost had.
Right now, Becky, resolve of the champion tonight. Valkyria has been outstanding.
Physical and mental exhaustion. Becky trying to get fired up now. Counter by Valkyria. Caught this time. Went to the well once.
Land on her feet.
Over the top. And
when Becky Lynch thought she was out of danger.
Lyra top rope. Leg drop to the back of the neck.
Affected in NXT UK.
Inexperience. Moves on. But it was enough. It was just enough.
Very Patia that she won many matches with decision though before going for the pin. Call of the frame. Escape the worst of it.
Yeah, but again, a slight indecision in this match against Lynch.
That's the great. Shows her it's still weaknesses with it.
Just like that. Oh, wait a minute. Counter. And now Lynch down. Great drop, trying to block, but down the separation.
This
with an armbar of her own on Becky. And now, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, now there it is. There's the disarmer.
Saw Lynch diligently trying to dig this one out. Dangerous, that hold it.
Oh, went for the manhandle slam. And this time, Becky connects. Becky Lynch second-guessing herself.
Yeah, and that was an ego-crushing, the confidence ebbing away from eyes of the challenger, wondering what the hell she...
Cocky, egotistical. There, Becky.
Yeah, this is Becky Lynch completely loose.
On the official, Jessica Carr.
What's that? Keeping this.
The chair out of the ring. Becky Lynch now is a buckle now. Oh, Becky blocked, almost got caught there. Nice hit. Second rope, moonsault.
Everything they've got, but their opponent
just completed.
And it's mental fatigue that is the killer, and it's not been good enough.
Picking Becky up on her shoulders. The exposed one.
Highly fortunate.
Another kick out by Valkyria. Becky Lynch is beside herself.
A world just how hard-wearing. Levels of abuse, and this is getting...
Doesn't know what she needs to do to put Lyra.
She's at now, and it's about to get even worse.
Uh-oh. She's going to head out to, I guess, grab the... Valkyria has Becky up. Nice, but she was doing her job, and it allowed Becky...
Victory away from the champ.
Here from the turnbuckle. A bit out of position in that...
This is the referee completely on the corner. For that extra one count beginning was the difference.
Is she going to try to deliver another manhandle slam? Lyra rolls through. Shoulders...
Front to the eye there.
Lyra able to counter. Legs, got her! Lyra got her! Ticked off. It's Lyra Valkyria wins. Beside herself, has completely...
Both women gave it absolutely everything. This was just outfoxed, and now...
Lyra Valkyria's arm here. Lyra Valkyria, by the way...
Demented look in the... You lose in this game.
The champion retained... Champion Lyra Valkyria.
From both women, but it just exploded.
Lyra Valkyria, what a...
Outsmarting the veteran. With the body.
Got to take a look at some of the great action. Champion. Three-man handle.
Astoundingly, the young checking out and refusing to be...
I'll tell you one thing, Wade. I am each in resolve.
After an incredible amount of a trip from Becky Lynch, you have to grow. It's Becky Lynch tried tonight.
I mentioned before, it looked like Lyra may, I'm going to say it right now, after this, Valkyria has arrived.
History and enter some of the most ferocious battles. This year, we're going to get
rated T for Team G.
Time to whittle it down to 4. This time to spin.
You're a 2-minute segment before commercial. Highest level it's been. It's Go Home Vital. Only on A&E.
First, guess what? SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, a 2-night.
And you know, 2 days gets in East Rutherford, New Jersey, via Ticketmaster. In St. Louis, which has brought WWE a checkout to receive a kit. Rivalry renewed. John Cena, BW. There's more to this history because tonight could be the final time. It was back in 2017. It has been a classic. So thank you to the other Dominic Mysterio time. El Zero. This is the first championship will be defended in a faithful.
Penta was built for WrestleMania. Mexican Carlito pulling Penta. Balor with a coup de grace, with a frog splash and the cover.
Himself, it's not a dream. Dirty
title, but I'm already the greatest ever. All time, dirty, Dom, Mysterio of all time. 3 minutes and I'm already the greatest.
This next for Penta.
Settle! 24 hours after crowning.
Judgment Day is back in full.
Not done with you. For cowards, that's a thank you for.
Judgment Day will take down anyone who is on the.
Penta has taken the WWE by storm. First championship in WWE
of all time, and I'm already the greatest intercontinental.
Penta to the inter.
Introducing up Mexico, Penta!
He's the norm, not to mention Wade, he's pretty good chip since arriving WWE.
Athletic ability to be believed, and what a welcome.
The year so far, including this year, lasting over 40. Backlash is brought to you in part by Calories, Zero Added Sugar Trip. Has had quite the issue. Not only dominant a couple of months. Who's with him?
And his opponent again at 200 pounds. He is the Dirty Dom.
Well, maybe they are going to let Dom to Dominic earlier today. Who says this? From his Nicho the Millionaire. You think that Dominic would have been humble, more insufferable?
Humble? Your ego is perfectly in control, and I like that Nicho the Millionaire. He looks like $1 million. That's all.
30 seconds after he won the championship, and he immediately crowned himself the greatest, this prestigious title.
And some not.
To a former 5-time Intercontinental time.
He's certainly neck and neck with me at the end. And Dirty Dom is #1.
Shots to Penta. What does Dom need to do to knock off?
All dropping athleticism this move. And try somehow.
Oh, and said this over the past few months. I've been very.
Finally, Dirty Dom.
Oh, backstabber by the champion. I said his athletic.
You don't have to like his attitude, and I know it grinds your gears.
Mysterio, who Dominic with a suicide dive.
Oh, he's up there with the greatest DDT is.
I agree with you, Wade. Into a DDT, back into the ring, breaks the... And now mocking Penta.
Outside the ring, and you come immediately, Dom.
Agreed. Up Penta. And now chop.
This right
into the steps.
Dirty. Penta. Nobody saw that coming.
Penta. And now Mysterio. The aggressiveness of Dom here.
He's doing coming out parties, defeating 3 top ding. His potential victim this evening.
Balor, and I don't believe Finn has gotten over that yet. Kicks out the fact that Dominic pretty much stabbed him.
Balor is a winner, of course he doesn't, but eventually you accept it and you support.
And this vicious attack by Mysterio and dominating Dominic. Oh, look to grabbing the bottom rope this time.
Dirty Dom Mysterio, he's got to take care of the bait.
Penta, his only singles loss in double the line, thanks to the return of JD ticked off Finn Balor, when nobody told Finn.
You get ticked off for a couple of minutes, then let's move on.
Champion as well as tag champ. So now looking to build some momentum. There's the sling blade.
Back to haunt him here. It's a
time world champion in Impact. His brother Ray Phoenix is over now on.
Dwell is in danger.
And Penta now takes out.
So that you mentioned earlier, getting drilled into those in a big way, immediately recoiled.
Advantage. Penta has to pin or submit.
Penta's looking like he's struggling to breathe. Really neutralized when it takes this long to try and this luchador.
And for a man like Penta who flies around by Dominic, and now Dominic now. Great move by Dominic. Yet, however, Penta was ready. Penta launching himself up over the top.
Pin there from Penta, but again, take another look back at this high rope of Dirty Dom, followed by this cruel of assault.
Mysterio.
Oh, yeah, Oblivion.
Delivered Oblivion, which is what Liv Morgan remember, lives off doing a movie. Dominic, his girl right there.
Nice little, that's what they call each other.
By Penta. Baby. Penta out to the apron. Been a great match. Penta able to counter momentarily. Penta now! Oh, Mexican destroy! Are they kidding me?
Mysterio.
Well, I was wondering now wandering out here. Wait, over here. Balor and Jerry is with Carlito and what the hell was, and he got caught. Come on now. Fiddle and farted around for a while, then he went to get a
Finn Balor, he was trying his best.
Set with him. Whenever the Real's left alone. Over the top! Tope!
I think Finn Balor managed to get out. Was there. They won it.
And on his first, get Balor back out here again. I thought they sent him. Kano, what the hell is Chad? Chad get played in his back.
We speak, Chad.
Mysterio retains because of this.
The Intercontinental Champ, Mysterio!
Americano, the world's
luchadors for months and months now. Then he showed Penta. This is insanity.
Well, this is one fell swoop. He missed one. Allowed El Grande Americano, likes of Rey Fenix.
It's up for Mysterio. And then El Grande. This is insane. Wade. Penta.
Well, ultimately, the luchador on planet Earth.
You're sick.
And so your dominion over hell now.
Rated M, the official Riyadh season opening ceremony.
Live from Riyadh.
I'm The Miz, and I'm bringing Old Spice and funk into oblivion. Coconuts and palm trees puts odor in a submission hole. Total body and become the 24/7 freshest.
It's as the center of the fight universe. The newly in the Great White North against Aussie Jack Della. Now head to UFC.com/P. This coming Monday night. This coming Champs the New Day. Monday night on Raw, live on Net. Champion EOS Monday night. And we'll hear from Punk on Monday night. B for the Rinda will defend all on Saturday night. Years ago, this weekend. His father, Cal Hogan. Only appropriate was 40 years ago. Later on tonight against John in WWE history. Norton's hometown of St. Louis champion. John Cena, of course, with there has 16. Randy, 14 world. John Cena, Mr. T, Piper involved in one of the. Speaking of Cena and Orton tonight, and these two men, 17 world titles, the most of all time. Orton is tied with the Hall of Famer, the game apiece. They meet for the undisputed. These fans are feeling unstoppable. May 30th. McAfee. Pat McAfee prevail. Gunther.
Into World Heavyweight Championship. This particular WrestleMania will be won.
Jey Uso's world. You did it, Jey.
Come. His first world championship, second year in a row at wrestling.
I'm sick and tired of you right now.
I'm doing my job.
Gunther has been fined an undisclosed amount.
I think there's a lot. Yeah, you must ride me or against me. Me, Gunther. I want.
We can lift the suspension on good.
Deal. And never before. And drive it into the too damn comfortable. It happened with Sam. Saturday, you're going to underestimate that this version of Gunther of God can lift my.
Scheduled for one fall in Pennsylvania by way 240-pound beef.
I'm nervous. I feel sort of responsible for I'm going to say what I said on the Countdown show. One is getting Pat McAfee in advance because for the first time in the call of this match, Pat McAfee abusing us, assaulting us, opinions. We should be able to give place for what he did to me and him.
Single point you made, but I'll try and be the voice of reason too. But I'm going to let you know, this, 2 branches, 1 triggers, May 30th.
Pat McAfee, very successful. He's done it at SummerSlam. I understand he's going in there against extremely upset over the fact that he is Pat and I the night after WrestleMania, and it is
quite so engrossed.
I'm sweating.
Things may finally, penny may be dropping. My God, what a predicament you've put, Destroyer.
The problem is, like Gunther do, is just run around and we're beaten up. I've gotten my butt kicked. To have some sort of opinion.
Agreed.
Might piss somebody off. They're going to come over here and beat.
Pat McAfee getting in the ring to right.
Vienna, Austria! Wicked roll!
Come on, Pat! Pull this off. I believe it's Pat McAfee to this point. Hart has shown incredible athleticism in the ring. Come on, Pat! Come on!
I love the attitude, but it gives me no happiness to admit.
Wait, what if he can smile on his face?
Well, the golf is packed lightly and still win.
Started it all for us when his world title at WrestleMania.
Well, that's not this big Austrian power. Sooner or later,
WrestleMania a year ago. Couldn't get the job done again this year against Jey Uso, seriously, perhaps. And now just slinging.
Right, look. Gunther feats in his entire time in 12 months, and you're telling me two are going to...
He hasn't had a real match in, a couple of years, and brutalizing him here in the early going, and I know why Pat's in there, but...
He's been so successful in everything he's... And this may be a...
Pat! To move away. Over 17,000.
The sport of this right now, but make no mistake, ego of Gunther.
Pat, collar and elbow tie up now. McAfee with the official in this matchup. Pat hanging on. By Gunther and a big rush. See the inexperience of
exuberance.
Oh, goodness.
Unstoppable force. Europe.
This is the way to Gunther, or this is going to happen. And Gunther now. Pat with a couple lefts. And Gunther wants some more.
It's just bouncing.
Another one. Another one. Oh.
I mean, the gulf in power between the unanswered from McAfee. Stay in your lane. I mean, I come down. Oh, God. I hope tell us. And look, I know you're excited, Cole.
What does this prove? Seriously. What is that? Just move on.
I don't know if you...
Some mercy and just finish this thing.
You and McAfee have failed miserably at that.
On a shoulder tackle just dropped. Remember, former Pro Bowl puck makes it back to his feet. Pat breathing pretty, kick to the spine of his own.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you shit footballer, you don't have the ass at this
Come on, Pat! One big blow. Come on, Pat, what do you got left? Another one.
Gunther's in butt on that chair and break eye contact. Look at this, just when a chop bounced off size 15 boot to the kiss.
Come on, Pat, come on!
You do feel like, but I think he's enjoying this too much.
There you go. And a German suplex.
The assault on Pat McAfee.
End the damn match.
The more you ask...
Wait, he's already beat the hell out of the guy.
The point. He is beyond report. The lights are fading out. Thanks for is on its way to being. Oh wait, no.
This hold. Another German suplex to Mac. 1, 2, 3. Well, he's made his point.
I get you his point.
The guy that
falling on deaf ears.
Okay. No, I
have to bite your tongue when you're in close proximity. On the desk and here we go. Mercifully, this one.
Right out of this. Pat said he was from McAfee. Let's end it.
Cole, you're appealing. His mind is a compassion-free zone. You're appealing to logic.
End this match now and be done with it. That's going to end the match, Wade.
I get it.
I'm not saying anything.
1, 2, 3 for Gunther. He knows he's got that blick spectacle.
Come on, Pat. Fans coming to life here. Pat comes Pat. Come on, Pat. Little rally here. Wall before. Come on.
And Gunther's walk. Come on.
Pat, kick right to the... And a kick out.
McAfee has a foot like a traction end. Just bounced off the steel jaw of Gunther.
A 5-star wrestling match. It was going to be Pat delivering chop after chop. One by Gunther. That was a big chop by Pat. Pat's still on his feet. Come on, Pat.
Well, Pat McAfee already won this.
I completely agree. But McAfee may have the upper hand here. A good trouble again. McAfee again with a super. Gunther going for a powerbomb on McAfee. This and the man and beat.
Well, Gunther getting torturous. Boston Crab. Blind, he would never tap. What are you doing? Michael Cole coming back alive. Gunther transitions the hold. McAfee's best buddy, Michael McAfee. And Cole get that. my God, that is it. The hell off in Gunther. Ollie McAfee. As Gunther still turns his back on Pat McAfee with the almost the biggest, still in too close proximity to Cole grabbing the 3/4. Furious, completely enraged. Even locked in deep. And once again, the class destroyer coming to the fore. There's simply no way out on Pat McAfee's. The inevitable looks in deep. The fun is truly over for Ian. Just end this damn thing. And Pat McAfee summoning strength from with his face turned, they can just end over.
The ring catalog.
Flash, which should come as a surprise to not the effort from Pat McAfee. An evil force. See through the gears to put away Pat McAfee. Watch yourself, lads. A show of respect in Pat McAfee. We are so proud. Used in Pat McAfee force him. See, well done by Michael Cole, who left the Michael Cole subsequently get dragged in the ring to pull off the ultimate of shot. This was my chance McAfee had of pulling, and as the sleeper was hooked in, a reversal like lariat. Deep, Pat McAfee, and finally getting thrown out. Pat McAfee. Standing ovation for a Clash. Oh, and take a special look at the starring Ralph Macchio.
For you.
Exclusively in theaters May 30th.
It's for hard-working people with mail it in.
Here we go! Boom!
And when the day is
On June 7th. WWE.
No breaks! Here we go!
And Rise above and Money in the Bank in.
I knew Pat McAfee was crazy, but you showed me something.
For Pat, but listen, I said this a couple from doing my job, and I've got to call one of the big to work. WWE is coming to LA, the Kia Forum, and Money in the Bank at the via Ticketmaster. Backlash kickoff show main event. Of course, Triple H are taking over the festivities from there. You know, Wheatley American Vulcans from the USO and Scott Air Force Base, and all retired and active members of. Final time of the night, we're going to show you some championships, both born. Grover Championship against Randy, you gained the title. W.
Cena is a 7.
Hits 0, the title. There is the wisdom or the ruthless. Last real.
I have known you for 20.
If you look at that class from OVWE,
Randy Orton and John Cena.
You would wait. Always knew that you'd be the one. You'd lay.
The most charismatic WWE.
He's done it! The youngest.
Randy Orton first.
what magic they made when they were in.
And brought out the best in one another.
Both of those guys wanted the exact same thing.
Everyone. And this weird bizarre. Down. Put that title on the...
Randy Orton versus
my dead body.
What I am trying here. Regenerate.
Randy Orton does not believe John Cena. is brought to you by Wheaton Times Distilled, because cutting corn, an American dream. Grab an American, please enjoy responsibly.
Need more than one, I promise you that much. Don't worry, I'm back.
I still get goosebumps every time.
The following contest is for the challenger, Louis at 200, Viper Orton, and his opponent, greatest of unseen 17. One, but he is the last.
What's that big fight feel? It's August 9th of 2000, and for the very first time in a one-on-one match, back before they were part-time in OVW. Ohio Valley won to meet many times over the years, to triple threats, to I Quits, 60-minute Ironman match. This is the final time that these two ever won many of these matches. And I'm sure that Randy Orton and John Cena will. And we start off with a collar and championship.
Well, he needs to tap into that G that is backing their boy here in.
What about for John Cena?
He needs to tap into that bitter resent all the way to victory over Cody Rhodes. World Championship, John Low Road available to him.
Even plus tonight, WrestleMania 17th world title. Ric Flair. Third on that Famer, Triple H, with 4 an incredible feat.
Yeah, with Orton claims he's got at least 10 years. 17 will become tantalizingly.
John Cena, obviously, with its cheap little. Randy, who may be in the best shape of his life. And Chad Patton gonna let go here tonight.
WrestleMania is that Cody Rhodes was morally pure, and it came back to bite ever in taking whatever Low Road is.
And here's Cena now, back center of the ring. No absence of malice, and despite his growing popularity,
doesn't change. Sometimes they love him, sometimes sadistic voices turning Orton tonight if he's going to dethrone.
He had a tremendous sit-down interview with he talked about.
Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, this is by Truth in 2025 was during his time on top.
Not sure if I agree with that statement. I think
completely dispute that. I think John Cena was about you with him throughout his career on top. John is consistently giving
this. In fact, you had a match with Randy Orton in one silly Nexus situation you were involved in.
Give myself, that's all that was. You can't blame Randy Orton as a man who certainly doesn't need. And now John Cena's taken a stroll.
What happened to the hustle, loyalty, and the
knows physically he cannot match the absence. Saying, hell no, you ain't getting away that easy.
The championship, of course, he has to pin or submit magazine with Randy Orton. Among the sub was the fact that Randy finds himself in this. Used to be Cena getting cheered when he faced Orton in the
room in WWE is complete full megalomaniac that 20 the history and the legacy of the.
Down if I try.
And he showed that he absolutely does not have that.
Seven on with Randy's punches.
Give him 20 more jelly legs. Proximity to a man as dangerous as Randy Orton.
He wasn't going to pick up the win there. That was more
thing that has made Randy Orton one of the being targeted across the
top by now. And Wade, you old school style of Randy Orton. That's the style of its matchup, but now he's in the match against a guy like Orton.
Superstar than John Cena for that. If Cena wants to take things slow, Randy Orton, who looks a different class to the
face of Cena, and a kick out. Cowboy Bob Orton, we mentioned the main event, but you know, he also learned Triple H, but the Nature Boy.
And we talked about that low road map on how to excel on that. It's John Cena. It certainly is.
Got him caught center of the ring. Not sure if John has it all. And now we Randy. Randy's massive frame.
Yeah, we saw that montage of the history between changed over the years. Once upon a time,
now Orton catches it.
Stronger.
Yeah, more like a chin lock applied here.
Randy's done a hell of a job of keeping.
Turns it around to a sleeper of his own. Now remember, this is not had a match since then. Randy Orton now gone into one of his own. And that back suplex brings both men working this match tonight.
To catch the other by surprise this evening.
Would knock off the 16. Now people are talking about the fact that nobody hears he may do that.
Yeah, it's only Randy Shaw.
Shoulder tackle now by Cena. Orton bin slam by Cena. And John Cena's got A1.
Muscle memory for Cena.
Keenly. Lost the forehead of Orton.
Well, he's a knob. Oracle Best, and here we go, goal.
Cena looking for the clothesline. And now Orton starting to pick up the pace for months. And John Cena's has something to say about it tonight.
Orton doing what he does like nobody.
Cena rolling up Orton here. And again, these BFU.
Oh, Randy blocked.
John trying to lock it in, but Randy Orton, he doesn't have all of it. Is Orton now
free him back and stretch that spine. Too powerful to allow him to do so.
And John through the middle of the ring. Randy creates some.
Again,
and this time now, vintage. I think Randy hearing some voices.
Well, taste it went well in the aftermath of STF attempt.
Coiled, the Viper is ready. Attitude of
Massive amount of effort there from John.
For the AA, Randy went for the RKO.
Shows you how lightning fast the reactions of Randy, but check the slow-mo, my God.
And he countered at the same time of the RKO.
But taking it away.
It's amazing. And just so blessed to be out here, Wade.
Most iconic professional wrestlers.
Incredible. Oh!
Yeah, and I rarely had any form.
Tell you, 17,000 plus. AA by Cena to retain.
Well, that time Randy Orton just had no shots from John Cena. The legacy of not only his family, but his
invested in every move in this match tonight. In fact, what has been an incredible show. Make it 4. And arms to hang on to the top rope. And then there's another shoulder tackle to Randy. Randy looking for the pin here. And capitalized.
Oh my God, John Cena pick and throw at the RKO at some point. Trying to get some feeling back at
Randy's had
precision.
And wait, he's had neck
years at the top, taking on guys like John with countless injuries over the years.
Really 8.5 years. Oh, wait a minute. Miller went for the punt. John Cena paid. Hook of the leg.
And did promise us a couple of weeks of John Cena excitement. Ready to pounce. But he will warn in the ring. He keeps wiggling those things.
Sphere 17,000 plus sold out once again. Perhaps the championship, and now John Cena mocking WWE fans and heading up for a punt of his own. Randy Orton moves into the official. I'm not sure that was so Chad Patton's down. Yeah. The third AA delivered to Randy, but
he will dive on a pin in that situation. While he's on a hide into nothing.
On is staring down at the title. Remember, Trigger wouldn't use the championship.
You can't see me. That was the answer, history.
He didn't have to act like this.
Well, he's trying to own history. The referee down. Randy on but
the Viper is struck. Cover on more. Oh, and Chad just hit. Ran out reeling.
Well, Rock is swinging back and forth. What's up at this point?
Oh, Chad Patton, I'm not even sure.
With that pent-up rage that was supposed to be, it's remained and it's been refocused.
Oh, God. Oh, Cena now drops. Oh, man. Chad went head first into the steps.
Yeah, well, the referee, Chad Patton, was trying to plead with the moment John Cena capitalized.
Wade, and John has been just a step.
He's got that look on his face that he's loved every Randy Orton in his hometown.
Well, he's going to scowl and the disgusting look. And now John with Randy on the announce table now. Randy with an AA to CA.
line first of this reinforced stick. You might want to get back, Cole. You've already...
Now just dragging John Cena up, talking
carnage. Referee here.
Well, somebody down here. Randy's beating the hell out of Cena.
Walking wounded on medical staff are floating by the actions of Randy Orton.
And the fans do as well. He's setting up a table, Wade. I mean, he's already put John on an announce table that he's tossing out of harm's way. And he's
got the window. Referee's down. Take your check.
Now John fighting back. CD. Oh, no,
the amount of energy he's into right to this point. 2 tables
here. We don't have an official. This referee Chad Patton's been down for a number of minutes.
Agency plan because this match is contested.
It is awesome, guys, but
open you. Guarantee victory.
And 2 now, trying to make it back to his feet. Hey, on a Cena. Official Eddie Orengo into the yard. Well, we've got another official in the ring.
Palpable inside this arena. I'll give all the credit in the world. Oh, John Cena refuses to.
And now is Randy Cena stalking him from behind. Oh, the got the damn championship one. Nick Aldis from SmackDown and a Eddie Orengo to come to.
I'll tell you right in the time. That was about as focused on the referee who's down, and
now he's yelling at Aldis. There ain't many left.
To Brett. Oh.
RKO'd off. Another Austin RKO. A frustrated RKO. After RKO, our body's completely out of his mind.
Ringing in the ears of the sadistic.
He had the title won a number of times in the corner. Randy Orton is back to the legend killer for many years.
No legend to kill.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What the hell are you doing to him?
Time. RKO to defend John. Low blow.
In reality.
He did come out here because he's golden hand again. Right off the cover. The ring is Chad Patton. Patton's back in the Cena retains the damn championship.
Your winner, undisputed John.
I don't even know what to say anymore. A million years would have taken Wade. That is what made John Cena.
Point, but this is the most desperate. That's irrelevant right now. Champ.
He wants champion in his mind, and
second referee who got felled, Eddie Orengo. Flush RKO, and Randy had this one. He should have been the 15th
time Carnage he left
as his own party. Anyone in Russes are executives. James was when Randy Orton lined up the pot.
Through that here to save his long time of Cena. And then, of course, for the official
action from Arthur, open the window as low as you want. And Randy Orton at this point, with hope beyond hope, there would be 3 counters in.
The fact that that was a great match.
Cut the damn music. I don't need music. Tissue. You in St. Louis, real champion.